G'day, g'day. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Today I'm gonna have a pretty, hopefully, quick video. That I'm just gonna be, I guess, a bit of a devlog, starting devlog. I hope to do devlogs, for this game and the remainder of us, I guess, working on it, up until, I guess, release. So they'll probably be weekly. But yeah, that's hopefully what I'm gonna be covering today. And so we've started development on Tracer. For those of you who remember, I've gone over it. Tracer, if I spell it correctly. This probably isn't the most up-to-date version, I don't think, but this game, gonna be potentially, we will be, and we currently are, overhauling it, improving it. For an assessment, we've got 4 weeks, but it's a little bit under 4 weeks, I think. And yeah, so we started it yesterday, and we're just, starting to test some stuff. We're completely overhauling it all, making it all from scratch. So a completely new grapple system. Pretty much everything's completely new. But yeah, so we're overhauling it, looking pretty good. So before we're going for a more futuristic, I don't have it here, but not neon white, Mirror's Edge kind of look. And we got a bunch of stuff here. It's all enclosed into one environment. You pick up orbs, they give you a boost, and you can pick up multiple orbs and then win. We didn't really like that, so we decided to completely overhaul it. You go to an objective, and it's about the time that it takes for you to get to that objective. We plan on doing a bunch of stuff like adding boosts for the player, maybe a double jump, maybe a slow down time feature, maybe some enemies. We're debating some stuff on those enemies, like how to position them. Do they attack the player? What is the bonus of killing the enemies? Is it just added score? Is it does it reduce the time that it takes? So it's maybe like you kill an enemy, it takes 1 second off of your final time, or potentially it gives you another boost charge. We're kind of just debating what would feel good. But yeah. So we've broken down a bunch of games. We've got a bunch of test games. So anybody who wants to see sort of some of the references, this isn't all of them, but these are some of them. You can go check them out yourselves as well. But we're writing down, we had Ruben play through some of the games because he's going to be the level designer. So he's just writing down some things here, what he likes and what he dislikes. So we got Holoflow, Cyberhook, Neon White, and I believe he played some Echo Point Nova, but not too sure how much of. Looking at art style, we got some like PS1 Quake. We're looking at like CM, Solar, Ash. Like these are just like complete vast changes and differences between them all. So we're just trying to see what kind of feels nice. Satori, Unfinished Swan, Super Hot. These are very similar there. And Blood Thief. I think we're taking a lot of inspiration from Blood Thief. Then we're just looking at genres. So I think we're going to be going. We've pretty much decided effectively like a PS1 medieval game. So a bit of like Blood Thief, a bit of Echo Point Nova, which literally released yesterday. Not Echo Point Nova isn't like, pixelated, but it does have some environments that are kind of cool. But yeah, so we're testing it. We've been making a bit of progress on the fork. I don't know why I have 2 forks open. We ran into an issue, so we started working on some stuff yesterday, as you can see. Ran into issues. Whenever you open the bloody game, there's a bunch of extra files that we're saving, and it was just causing issues. So remade it all. Didn't remake it, just remade the GitHub thing, and then shoved it all in there, and it's all working. So yeah, here's some tests that we've been doing. Open up Substance Designer for some examples of where we're heading with it all. But yeah, so oops, let me notice that. So we're playing around with some textures and stuff. This texture is inspired by Blood Thief. We were just looking, we were plotting up to see how I see it doesn't have the updated version of it though, but how viable and easy is it to make textures similar to it. So we just took one texture that they made. I believe I should have it here. And I just ended up trying to remake it, seeing how hard... I didn't fully remake it, but just like the bare bones of it. If I open up textures, this is actually the updated one. It's a bit of AR. Oops. I accidentally grappled on. You can see the grappling there. Not too bad. Color's a bit off. This was like genuinely a like 15 to 30 minute test, so it's pretty quick. Got some bricks, 2 different bricks. These were made in Photoshop. These were made in Substance Designer. This one isn't compressed properly, so it's actually not done the way that we wanted to do them. There's 2 ways of doing it. You can either do nearest neighbor maps in Substance Designer and use that to compress the textures. Alternatively, the rest of these, like this ground stone tile and this one, is you just make it at 2048 and then export it to Affinity Photo or Photoshop and then reduce it there. As you can also see, there's an obvious thing. So these 2, this one's 64 by 64p. This one's mapped, so it's technically 2048, but we've just mapped it to be a whole lot lower. I think it's on like map 6, so if anybody knows what map 6 is equal to, that's your answer. And then this one's 128p, and we're probably going to be sticking with 128p. I believe the ground tiles are also 128p. Believe? Not certain. So, yeah, there's that. Pretty good. We'll be playing around with everything. We actually have a triplanar effect that Jacob was cooking up, and it seems to be working pretty good. You can see it all working here pretty well. It's not working for these orange ones. Only the grey ones have it applied at the moment. But yeah, overall, it's coming together art style wise. We've been pumping through the art stuff. Just trying to see. I ended up making a post-processing effect as well. If I can find it. Post. It's in here. Yeah. Here we go. So this is like a pixel effect. You can sort of see it taking into effect, but I can show you completely what it's doing. It's actually really simple setup. So it's just this. Super simple. So if anybody's interested in the same thing, feel free to just copy what you see. But by reducing, because it's a really high number, by reducing this, so I think around 300 was pretty good, 3 to 200. Applying that gives you a really cool, like, pixelated effect. And we've just been playing around with whether that looks good or not. Now, the thing with it is, although it looks good, and maybe we end up using it, do we want, like, if you look at games like Doom, for example, which is one of our, Doom and Quake, like, they have hard edges and stuff like that. Obviously, like, it's just low poly textures and stuff like that. So again, if we open up Quake, I don't know. What's the oldest one? Probably this one, I guess. Like Quake, still hard edges and stuff like this. So we're playing with, you could have this texture and it's simply, what do you call it? It's just, it does everything. So these could be 2048p textures, for example. Shove this filter on, it compresses everything just naturally. The Pro, it's super simple. You actually don't have to really worry about that much. It kind of does a lot of the stuff for you. Downside is the further things are away, obviously the less pixels it's getting compared to closer things. That does lead to a kind of noticeable difference. I don't know whether we would want to do this. Maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't, but it's obvious that it's a filter. Whereas if we just go like this, we still have those textures, but then maybe everything just feels a little too harsh and too clean like that. So we'll be playing around with that. So we've got a couple test levels that Ruben was plotting up. Testing ground. Let me just save that all. So apparently it's super high up, so I'll just play there. testing some different stuff. We got some other materials here. So we're playing with a bunch of different stuff. So Jacob uses Photoshop, and I've been just making things in Substance. Designer. So I mean, there's some pros and cons. So with Jacob using Photoshop, you can have some pretty cool looking ones because it's a lot simpler and a lot quicker and easier to make. The downside is those are being made by just taking an image that already exists off the internet and then converting it and then adding a couple extra details and changes. Whereas with you know, me using Substance Designer, I have a lot more control and freedom over my textures. You need any changes, I can make them. They're super simple. Just more, it takes a lot more time. So we've been playing around with this. Ignore the fact that I may be missing. Oh, he's actually kind of cooked with it. Oh, no way. When I was last playing this, this was a whole lot, like, it just didn't pull you in. No, okay, but first it pulled you in, and then it didn't really pull you in, it just swung you. Which made reaching platforms like this hard. So you'd probably kind of need to swing up like that, get the momentum. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. What's the distance? Ah, we hit the kill zone. That's pretty good actually. Holy, I didn't play that. I hadn't played that since, so that was pretty cool. Then we got level 2. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna completely overhaul and make these look pretty good, but there's just testing functionality. What's going on there? Bit of platform. Maybe we'd have to. I don't know. These will be completely changed probably anyway once we figure out the whole feel for everything. Once we get the grapple system going in, because obviously you want the platforms to feel good and be in the right spots. Whoopsies. There we go. Not bad though. I mean, it's coming together. A lot better. Oh, I hit the platform. Yeah, that platform's definitely gonna need to be in another place. But yeah, it's coming together. We're still trying to think about what's going to be good level-wise. I think at the moment we want everything to be kind of like open and stuff like that. Think of something like Cyberhook. Oh, that's a big reference. But obviously they got a bunch of stuff down here, so maybe, I don't know, I have to make a terrain or something for the ground. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we just have it in the sky, but we'll need like a skybox that obviously suits it. We'll need like a lot of stuff. Like, how do we make it so it actually like feels like it just fits there and isn't just like random stuff, place stuff? Otherwise, we'll maybe just have everything enclosed within like the walls. I don't know. Something we'll have to play around with because it's kind of a hard thing to choose. I'm starting to think potentially having it a bit more enclosed might be better, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I'll quickly go over some stuff that I've been doing in Substance Designer, just if anybody's interested. Here's an incredibly, and I say incredibly basic brick texture I made. It's literally just a brick generator. So this one actually isn't in the game. I've done some stuff with the where are we? Let me just turn that off. We're doing some like bevels and stuff, playing around with how bevels work. I feel like that's not doing much. Why do I feel that? There we go, I can sort of see it going. There's a bit of a difference. I don't think that does anything, normal intensity. It's not going to do anything because it's... At the moment we only are really using the base color. So... That's not too bad. Angular? But yeah, playing around with these. Then all we're really doing from this is just export. You can export it. Test. Oops. Did it save in the right spot? No? Okay, good. Whatever. Text. Export. Infinity Photo, for example. Or Photoshop works. I personally like Infinity Photo. I even just inherently for this method. Photoshop, you have to go to Save for Web to access a lot of these things. So here it's just in the normal export options. It's just a bit easy to access. Let me pause it. Sweet. So once I find it, I'm just gonna grab it, import it. Then all we're really doing, so this is, I mean, obviously this doesn't look great, but once everything looks compressed, it doesn't matter. And that's what we're doing. Like, you want really vast differences and stuff like that, like these, because the more, you know, detail in that sense, like, everything's going to get compressed. So if I add a bunch of, like, small detail that looks super realistic, sometimes it doesn't compress well. And so this, I mean, you can still do that, though. Some of them I'm focusing more on that, some of them not. 128 is what we're kind of working with. So as you can see here, we're working with it. We're going 32. And that's kind of what it looks like there. As you can see, it compresses and kind of compresses not pretty well, sorry. So all these weird looking things kind of compress into a bunch of different colors and texture and stuff like that. You get some pretty good stuff. I mean, I think that bevel isn't doing enough, so I'd probably bump up the bevel myself. But just kind of show how it all works. I mean, you could also probably go add here. I don't know if this would work. Let's see if we can go bevel. I don't know if this will actually do anything. This probably bevels the whole image, wouldn't it? Yeah. Sedge. If I made the bricks in here, I could probably do that though. Not too sure. I'd have to figure that one out. But yeah, Substance Designer, really liking that. I like using Substance Designer because I just like the control that it offers. Oops. So we've got cracks. I made a crack thing. Following a tutorial. Yeah, I'm super happy because it's pretty good. Stone ground. This one's super simple. This one's actually not in the game. I was playing around with it. I have since, this is super messy by the way, displayed different like brightnesses for the rocks. I'm just trying to figure out where in this whole deal at some point I accidentally made it super dark in here, and I'm trying to reduce that, so that's kind of what we're working with there. I think it's probably because I removed this. I don't know, somewhere we're getting black edges, it's here. So I probably have to reduce the black edges coming out of that, so it could be something that's like levels, for example. Reduce that. There we go. And there you can see the AO now is starting to do its thing. Because I have a AO working in the... I mean, it's not looking great though. I don't know. I made a change and that change is gone. Oops. Oh, my webcam's decided to stop working. I do need to buy a new one because my one's currently broken. Oh well. And then last but not least, this material here, this was like a 15-30 minute thing. I was just playing around with it, so it was actually pretty simple, just moving a couple blocks. Did my webcam start working again? No way. Nope, it's broken. Oh well. I'm just hearing boom, boom, boom of it disconnecting and reconnecting. But yeah, overall came out not bad. And then you just compress it, and yeah, pretty good. Anyway, that's the video. I hopefully, hope that that was entertaining, and that you maybe learn a bit about, what's kind of going on behind the scenes. Some of the stuff that we are, doing and we find helpful. We've also been plotting up a game design document, but I won't go bore you guys with that. But yeah, as you can see, we've made some progress, albeit we are nowhere near where we were before. We got some good progress. The only downside is, I think it's safe to say, almost half the team has just been missing yesterday, and that's kind of a little frustrating. One guy's sick, and then some people have just been missing, stuff like that. It's just a bit of a pain. Or actually, not one guy. I think half our team's sick, and then we're going to be losing a bunch of people later this week. So I don't know. The first week's going to be a little slow. Luckily, we chose the, in quotation, easier one because at least that one's going to be working. We require a bit less work. And so with everybody being missing, then hopefully it's a little bit better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, and we'll catch you guys next time. See ya.